What's up guys, we're back for another video. If you watched the last video, you'll know that we got the Rsx back. It is in much better condition than before. Previously, we had the hood repaired quite a bit. Right around here, you can see. Right here, it's not as noticeable as it was before. I mean, it's still, depending on the angle you look at, it's still there. And unfortunately, there's really like not too much that I can do about that. And it is what it is. But the car is back, super stoked to have it back. And today we are gonna be diving into like what's done to the car, where I got the parts from, what they are, etc. Just kind of like a build breakdown. I know I haven't done that yet. I think this will be video number 5. So for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram or like don't really know anything about the car, this is for you guys, or just people that are like curious as like what I have into this build and like what I have for parts, where I got them, like how long I've had the car, just etc. And we're also going to be taking her out and getting a wash. But before that, all of my like washing stuff is from like last year. It's like really old. So we're going to go to the store, grab some new washing stuff, like some soap, probably another bucket because I need another bucket. Let's get to that and then we'll pull the car out when we get back and give her a wash. So I just got to Advance, right? And this kid that works at Advance is like out in the parking lot or whatever. And he's walking by my car and he points at it and he goes, "Nice, man. I dig it. I dig it." I'm like, "Bro, have you looked at, like, have you seen this car, bro?" He's pointing at me saying, "I dig it." I mean, cool, thanks, bro, but have you seen this thing? It looks homeless. Like, the hood is black, the fender's black, the bumper is, like, sanded blue. And he's like, "Oh, I dig it, man." Thanks, dude, but it looks terrible. All right, let's get some soap because I haven't washed the Acura in, like, forever, so... All right, so we just grabbed some soap and stuff. I don't really like filming in stores yet. I'm like not super comfortable with it, but this is what we got. Some Gryatt's pad, because that was like the best pad they had. This for the wheels, and I wanted that too. I don't really know why. I don't think I really needed it, but some new stuff for the season. Old stuff that I have is like really worn out. Due time for a new brag and stuff, and I'm actually gonna do the 2-bucket method now. Whereas before I didn't really do the 2-bucket, I would just take like 1 bucket and just go at it. But from now on, I think I'm just gonna do 2 buckets because my boy was like really pushing on it. He's like, "You gotta do 2 buckets, you gotta do it. It'll help save like the swirls in your wrap and stuff." So I think from now on we're gonna do 2 buckets, but it's time to head back home, pull the Rsx out, and then get the thing washed. It's been a little while. Back at my house, about to pull the car out of the garage and finally give her her first wash of the year, I think. I don't think I've washed this car yet this year, but first we got to move all this stuff. So currently having the bathroom upstairs remodeled, and it's just, there's a big mess. So let's move this stuff, get the car out of the garage, get the stuff out of the Beamer that I just bought for the wash. We'll get to it. temperatures outside. I haven't started this car in a little while. Well, actually it hasn't been that long, but dude, every time I start this thing up, I just forget how good it sounds. This car just sounds so freaking good. Like, definitely one of the best sounding cars. I want to put a muffler on it just for like aesthetic looks. I'm not really too worried about like how it sounds because I do like it. I don't really like the way that the straight pipe looks. It looks kind of janky with just like this random pipe coming out of it. But so we're about to give this thing its first wash of the year. I don't know, maybe the daily deserves some love too. Maybe I should wash the daily at the same time because that car hasn't gotten a wash in I don't even know, dude. It's been a freaking minute. Maybe we'll wash both cars today. How about that? I think that's a good idea. Even though like the Beamer doesn't really deserve it because she looks homeless. The Acura, she definitely needs a bath. Like, she deserves it. Look at that thing. I think she deserves the first wash of the year. The Beamer, I don't know. But we're gonna be addressing the BMW situation in like a coming video. So don't worry. I will be giving an update on like what is going on with the Beamer, what's going on with that car. And I promise there's gonna be some BMW content coming soon. I mean, some of you guys probably aren't stoked for that, but some of you are. But trust me, good stuff's coming for the Beamer. If you remember, this car used to look awesome. I have different wheels for it, and it used to have an M3 bumper. This car used to look freaking awesome. And then I got into a really bad accident. Some of you probably know, but I did get into a bad accident with the car, and it busted my fender. I had to replace like the whole suspension components, everything in here. I had to replace the headlights, the bumper, like everything. I had to replace the whole front end. Everything had to get replaced. The airbags went off, like it was a whole thing. So when I got hit, they totaled the car. I rebuilt it, so it's got a rebuilt title, but I ended up making a decent amount of profit because I kept it and just fixed it myself, you know? And when I did that, I got a new M steering wheel. Like, I did everything in the interior and carbon, even like the trim, you know, like part of the dash. And I blacked out the headliner. These normally come tan. Same with like the pillars. I blacked that out at the same time. It ended up being a good thing, you know? I mean, it's never good to get in an accident, but I made the most of the situation. I rebuilt the car myself, and she's still here, you know? We're gonna end up making some content with this thing pretty soon, so don't worry, BMW content is on its way. right, we're finally done washing the car. It took a little bit longer than I thought. Ended up washing the Beamer at the same time. They both came out pretty good. The Acura looks super crispy with the new clear on the hood and the lip. Like, you can't even tell that it was repaired from this angle. Like, you had to really look for it. She's all clean now. Looking super nice. I love how this came out. Looks so good. This is like really one of my favorite colors. I neglect washing these cars because it takes so long. Like, I gotta do 2 buckets. The hose I have sucks. Like, it's not long enough. I'm struggling with it the first half, and then my pops came home and got a nozzle, but the hose is still not long enough. So I gotta find like a nice quality hose that reaches pretty far because it comes around the back of my house. But overall, we did it the best that we could. The car is much cleaner than before, and I ended up washing the Beamer. I love this blue. Like, you can even tell the wheels are black now. Before they just looked like dirt. That's all it looked like. This is what we're using to dry the cars off. It's not that great. The battery only lasts about, like, I was barely able to finish drying the Acura off, and then, like, as you can see, the Beamer still got a bunch of water on it, but the battery died on me and the other one's also dead, so go figure, right? We're gonna pull the car inside and then kind of go over the build. I hope you guys enjoy. Well, we're finally done washing the cars. The Acura is back inside. We're gonna go over just a little bit of how long I've had this car and like where it all kind of started. So originally this car was a Nighthawk Black Pearl, NHBP Nighthawk Black Pearl, I think. I don't know. It's like a dark black with a blue kind of sparkle in it. But I've had this car about 2017, 6 or 7 years. I've had this car a while, and it has been through a lot. So most recently, me and my buddy wrapped the car right where it is right now. Honestly, like, we did it right here in my garage. We cleaned out everything. That's his company right there, Diverse Auto Styling. So he sponsored the wrap. That's what he does for a living. He's based out of Queens. We drove here for like a 4-day weekend. We took like a long weekend for Honda Day, and we just banged out the wrap. But before that, I had the body kit molded to the car. This car needed like a lot of body work. It was really bad. I had the kit molded to the car. So this is a Anointed Aero wide body kit that I had molded to the car. It was previously riveted on, and we went with the molded look. It's much, much cleaner. I like it way more. For other mods, it is a turbo stock motor. So the car is originally an 03. Yeah, this is an 03. It is a Garrett 3076R. It's a dual ball bearing turbo. It's a Gen 2. Tucked the bay. Well, not fully. There's a couple things I could do, but I painted the bay myself in my garage. Not really good. Over the years, this thing's been through a lot. Just coming along with it, you know. So the car makes roughly 400 horsepower. It got tuned by Moonman Jamie Marsh himself. He tuned this car a couple of years ago, and it has been flawless ever since. I haven't had any issues. I beat the piss out of it, and it runs amazing. And the motor is still stock. Stock head stud, stock head gasket. Makes about 15 PSI for boost on like a boost by gear. I did blow the transmission at one point in time, so the trans is built. I have a Gear X 1 through 4 LSD, final drive, carbon synchros, like the whole 9. It's like, this trans is built for maybe like 600, 700 horse. And I don't really plan on making more than that in this car, just because it's super fun how it is. It's good streetability. It still spins, but like, it's not like too much power to where it's like useless on the street. This car is a good street car. It's good for like driving to shows, going cruising with the friends, you know, occasionally doing a couple pulls here and there with the boys. I don't plan on building this motor unless it's for like reliability. I don't ever think I'm going to push this car to make like 1200 horsepower or something, but maybe if I had the money, I would. Other than that, I've got RPF ones with DC5 Creations, Brembo, big brake kit. I originally ordered different wheels for this car, but they were taking like forever to come in. So I went with these just because I wanted to get the car to H-Day last year. And we were just kind of in a rush to get that done. A couple of carbon goodies, like I got DC5 Creations rain guards. The interior is all Type R except for the center console. 4 pieces here, Integra Type R. I have the red carpet, quick release, which is Grip Royal. And then I have Brides in the car, the Lomaxes. The back is completely gutted. And eventually I'd like to get the Type R console to match everything, go with the carpet. And I have the Type S floor mats in there. The Anointed Aero kit, like I said before, with the top 1 splitters, but they are no longer a company. And I originally ordered these top 1 parts. I had like to wait like 8 or 9 months. It was like ridiculous. And I got like their splitter kit, the diffuser, like a whole bunch of other things. But the only parts I have left on the car are the splitter, side splitters, and the diffuser in the back, which it's a little bit dark in here, so I had to move everything back inside because it's starting to get dark. But the diffuser is, yeah, you can barely see it. I have the top 1 diffuser on the car. Definitely my favorite diffuser. Maybe like an S2000 one or a Z one would look pretty good. But that's what I have on there for like aero parts. I'm working on like a new wing setup. I have some stuff coming for the RSX. I used to have a big wing. If you follow me on IG, you know that I used to have like a tall wing. But now we're going for more of like a sleek look, kind of like an OEM style. Maybe I'll put like a Type R or like a duckbill. I don't know, we'll see. But in the front here, I have a JS Racing hood. In my first video, you guys saw me install that, and we got the scratch repaired in the last video, along with the front bumper. This is a JS Racing carbon bottom lip and bumper. So the bumper's not carbon, but the lip is. But it's all JS Racing. It's like one piece. That's how it's made to come. And we also have Precision Works projector with these are turn signals, so it flashes orange like an Audi in like a sequential, and it's a running light. And then these I can change the shroud and the center. It's like a demon eye, so I can adjust whatever color I want for like the what's it called, the turbine. I can adjust that, and I can adjust the metal to whatever color I want. If you've been following me on IG for a while, you'd know that I've had like tons of progress with this car. It's been through a lot of stages. It was white at one point. I'll insert a picture of that here. And it was black at one point. Like when I first bought it, it was black, and the engine bay was mad crusty. I'll put a picture of that here. It's been through so many different setups. Like I had the white wheels, I test fit RPF 1s. Now I have RPF 1s. It's just been through a lot of things. This is probably like my forever car. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. Thing is, like, the more that you get into a build like this, the more expensive the parts are. Like, I'm starting to get to the point where it's like everything is like wicked expensive, you know? Like, I already molded the body kit. That was a ton of money. Then I did like the wrap and stuff, and then I got the hood. But like, I'm running out of like small things to do to the car, you know? Like, what I could do next, like, I'd like to do an undercarriage coating, but that's like really expensive, you know? And then maybe like a cage, or gut the interior and paint it and do like a nice cage. But, you know, it's like the things that I'm trying to do next are like big projects. I don't want to dive into it too much. I think we'll spend like another day like going over the entire car like bit by bit, just giving like a full complete build breakdown. This is just kind of like a light overview so you guys can like see just a little bit more of the car, like get an idea of like what I have for parts on it and stuff. Took her out, give her a little wash, and I just wanted to put out another video because I'm trying to be consistent. I'm really trying to be consistent, and I hope you guys like the content and that you are just enjoying what's going on. There's going to be a lot more coming this weekend. We got some big plans. We're going to be chilling again with Young Wasabi and his brother Johnny. He's coming down from Mass. He's got an SI and a couple other cars, so we're going to be filming with him this weekend. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Just let me know what you would like to see more of, and please stay tuned for the next one.
Yo,